So today we're working on my Reese 270W. I was cutting some hay today and it always makes a lot of racket. But today it made a whole lot more worse racket. So it was to the point I had to stop cutting and turn it off. I found out I had a bad bearing. So I'm going to show you the bearing that's bad. And then I'm going to show you what I think I need to do to fix it. So that bearing right there is bad. The other one seems fine. Let's see. So I guess this is best case scenario. But this, I feel good with that. So this is, I don't know, I've never worked on one of these. This is my backup mower. I don't know how to work on this. So today I'm going to try to tear it apart with basic stuff. I don't think it's going to be hard to get to. Biggest thing is getting the bearing out and finding one. There's a place close to me, relatively, it's about an hour away, but where I live at, that is close. So I'm going to start taking this apart and I'll show you what I do to do it. So the process is easy. Maybe if you have a better machine than I have, it won't be hard either. So the 2 bolts I talked about, one was frozen there. Fought that one out. Once I got it out, I did a couple beating, maybe not good, but I did some beating and it did come loose. So I'm going to show you what I have. So all I did was just swivel it off the side of the trailer so I could get to it. And let's see. Okay. This slides up here like that. This piece just goes straight down, and it appears that this drum is all one piece. Haven't got a chance to try to slide it out yet, but I think it's going to be hard to get this off. I don't know if you can see it, but the bearings are completely gone. So I'm about to see how bad the rest of these bearings are. Ow. Okay, edit that out. That hurt. All right. And this right here is the bottom bearing. I don't know if you can see that. There's nothing left of it. There. It's a bead. Looks like it just disintegrated. That's probably what stopped the whole operation. But hopefully, that looks terrible. And then so this end slides completely up and off of this. This thing is super heavy. That's probably why it takes so much momentum to get going. It's a Ford 4000. Let's see. It's a Ford 4000. I think it's supposed to be like 60 horsepower or something like that. That's what Tractor Data says. I don't know how to change that. That sucks though. I've got whole nother cutter around here. And I don't know if it's the same or not. This one doesn't look bad. It really don't. I got this along with another one. And it needed some bearings, but I just hadn't needed it. See, on this one, that right there is stationary. That piece right there is stationary. And it has a shaft that comes up to it, very similar to mine. I don't think they're gonna work together. I just need to check about this. That sucks. Well, this is the book. When I bought this thing, I contacted Reese, and they were super helpful in getting me a book, and they just PDF filed it to me, and this is what it is. So I forgot I had it in my truck, which is super helpful in this situation. If you look right there, it says 64, 65 is a spacer, and 64. So let's scroll over here, and it says drum spacer tube is 65. So the thing that's eat up on mine real bad is a spacer tube. And then I have the actual spacer, not the spacer, the two bearings. So that's great news. I'm gonna try to get a puller and pull those out. And well, I called my supply guy, and he told me that he keeps those bearings in stock. 6210, I think that's what he called them. Anyways, they're about 50 bucks a piece, which, you know, is not bad considering. I don't know. I keep finding. I don't know where even to go look for these things. So, whenever I was working on my coon cutter, they had the bearings there, and they were a fraction of what the other company wanted. So, the other company was John Deere. So, they had, I think they were Timken bearings that I got, and they were just, oh man, they were so much cheaper. So anyways, I'm going to get those now, and whenever I get back, hopefully I can get this thing going today. If I don't get it cut today, that's fine. I'm glad I went ahead and did it today, because tomorrow was when I was originally hoping to do it. I had some more stuff I wanted to do today, but I wasn't able. I talked myself into cutting, which worked out really good because I've got a breakdown, and so hopefully this is hopefully this gets me back on the right track where I want to be at. I've made it back. The guy at the bearing place, he had exactly what I was needing, and I'm going to show you what it is, and maybe it'll help somebody. Right here, this is the bearing I got. So, comparatively speaking, the appearance appears to be the same. And let's see. All right. So, it's the right match. So, which is great news. This is the part number, and that's the brand. So, I think he said it was made in India. I'm not sure. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my Tabo and cut this off. I tried to heat it, and it didn't work. So I'm going to, and you can see where those, right there. I'm going to have to polish that. So, let me see what I can come up with. Well, I'm at this point here. Bearings are in. I'm about to set it on that. And by the way, that weighs probably 50, 60 pounds. It's heavy. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to pick the tractor up, pick the loader up, swing it around and kind of sit it down on it where I can maneuver it with maybe a jack or something. This piece right here, as you can see, was killing me. And I don't know if it's because it's wore out, but the bearings have a lip on the inside, on here, and on the other side. There's a lip, and it stops it from going down through it. So I don't know why I don't know why that's there. I guess I'll find out before long. But whenever I was in town, I stopped by Tractor Supply and got some bolts. I tried to find the 1/2 inch. They're 1/2 inch by, I don't know, they're fine thread. But I got new bolts for that, but I couldn't find fine thread at Tractor Supply, so I wound up getting 1/2 inch by 13. I think that's what the coarse thread is. So let me try to get this situated. I didn't get the bearings seated all the way in, so I'm gonna put it together and then tighten up that nut on top, and hoping that'll press everything together. And maybe that's what the spacer's for. I don't know, but I couldn't get it to go like it is now. So this is where I'm at. It took a little bit of work, and I'm not sure that I'm 100% straight. If you check that out, the threads on the spindle end, I'm gonna have to polish up with the file. So I'm gonna do that. I think it's sitting in right. On the bottom end, let's see. Comparing the two, this is old wore out equipment too, but comparing the two, they're about the same. So that's great news. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to polish up the threads and try to get that nut started. When I was in town, I tried to find one. It's harder than you think from where I went to, but that is a 1 inch, but it's also a 1 inch. It's not a 1/8. I'll tell you. But I think that I think it's a little more fine than that, but it's hard to say. But I'm going to never seize this because I don't want to fight this if I have to get back into it. So I'll show you the next step in the process. All right, I got it back together. One thing that I will I will make note of is it turns really good here. Let's see. It turns really good here. One thing that I did is whenever I was tightening up this nut, I don't have whatever size socket that is, so I'm using a pipe wrench. When I torqued it down to where I felt like it was tight, this did not turn as free. So that let me know that the bearings were in a bit of a bind. So I backed off a little bit and tightened it and left it alone. We still have adequate threads here to hold. I don't know how well that Teflon, I have to keep an eye on it. But overall, I feel like this is right. I'm about to work this belt on, which is all kinds of turned on me. So I'm gonna get that situated. But I do have it back, and it sounds good. So I'm going to spin it out. I've still got it on the tractor, still got it on the trailer, so I'm just gonna pick it up, spin it out, and then kind of try to get it situated. But that's gonna sum it up. I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow. Well, I just got done cutting hay, and it worked out really good. My bearing, I've been cutting now for about 2 hours, and I just got my field done, and the bearings are cool to touch. So my spindle, my drum, I guess you could say, is cool to touch. So for 2 hours of cutting, still cool to touch. I think we won. So if anybody has this problem with their Reese 2070W cutter or any drum cutter, I'm pretty sure they're all the same, that they can probably have the same fix that I did. So it took me longer to get the old crap off than it did to put the new stuff on. So anyways, thanks for watching.